Daz did a interview on YouTube where he again repeated the same thing that he said to Vlad and a couple other interviews where he claims that he body slammed you and Suge Knight, and this was in 1996 and 1997, and I
Did
don't
we
know if
put
you
a
saw
restraining
it,
order
but
against him this time too? I think
yep.
he also said we put a restraining order against him. Did we do that as well?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not
He
sure.
didn't say. He didn't say that. All right. Go ahead, John. He ain't say that. I'm being funny.
Okay. Okay, but no. My question was, did you see the YouTube video of him? And if so, what is your response to the fact that he continues to say that he wrestled you or body slammed you and Suge, yet he continues to say the same thing?
That's funny. Daz is still mad. Daz, I thought your homeboy Corrupt and Nate Dogg and Snoop did a song that said it ain't fun if the homies can't have none. You still mad behind that, Daz? Is that why you going around there laughing, lying, and telling your little stories? But you know what? That's what people start doing when they say stuff. They help you out and don't even realize they're helping you. Because in that interview, he accused me of stealing, which he better be careful, because that's some major accusations. And if he ever gets some money, he can be real liable. And I got 2 years to wait and see if he gets some money, because I know he broke, even though he tried to say he got $100 million. That boy funny. But y'all got to remember, Daz was a Sherm head. Daz was on Sherm majorly. And so that's why he says that stuff being funny. But Daz accused me of stealing because of something I've been telling y'all for the longest that I did. I've been telling y'all. I done told y'all on Cal Capone show, on Art show, on Vlad show. I talk about it every time on Bar First that I own a company called Simon Says Music Publishing. I bought music publishing from a lot of those guys. Now he trying to say I forged his name. Okay, Daz. Well, it's people that was involved, like Jeff Lowry, who's run Disney legal department now. That ain't gonna come to court and lie for you. That did the paperwork for me. You know your boy Bruce Colbriner, your accountant and business manager. He's not gonna lie for you, Daz, saying all that. I gave you a check for $75,000 to buy up your royalties for everything, and that's why you changed your music company from Amani's. And I bought all of that stuff and put it under Simon Says.
If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they've caused. Click the link in my bio to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to potential recovery of up to $1,000.
And you went and created a new company for all your new stuff, which you had every right to do. But the good thing that you said and you not realizing, and I know Snoop and his attorneys are over there going crazy, is what? You acknowledge they got the paperwork, dog. By saying Snoop called you in and asked you, what's up with this? Now, okay, you're going to try to say I forged your name on it, but then that means a whole bunch of other people going to have to come and say that as well, that I did buyouts with Simon Says. But I thank you for acknowledging that they got the paperwork. Like I've told y'all, that's all I've been waiting. I've just been waiting, sitting back. I haven't collected one penny, so how can you steal something when you haven't collected any money? But I'm glad to know that y'all got the paperwork over there and that it's going to get investigated. And so now all I got to do, I ain't got to sue y'all now. I just send over the paperwork and say, hey, this is Reginald Wright, the junior, the owner of Simon Says Music Publishing. Send my money and my check to this address. So thanks for exposing that Snoop got the paperwork, and that's why you say y'all pulled the music off a line, is because y'all didn't want to pay me my publishing money, and Alan from E1 was in on it as well, which we all know ain't true or anything, but thank you, Dad, because now we got a timestamp of you acknowledging that Snoop knows about it, you knows about it, which you still trying to say that forgery stuff, but how you gonna say, did you forge that $75,000 check that you put in there? Did I forge that and force it down your checking account? Yes. Did I do that, dog? But anyway, Daz, be careful with what you say, man. Trying to be funny, because you're messing up stuff for your people. I got my lawsuit going now for the, for getting messed up in the halfway house, and that's going very well. But my second thing was going to be Simon Says, but it looked like you're already investigating that, according to you and your statement. So it looked like I don't have to do nothing but sit back for that. And then, so you better be careful, because I might have some free time to do some lawsuits for making false accusations, because you got to remember, Death Row went through a bankruptcy. And those trustees and receivers hated Reggie Wright, Suge Knight, and anybody associated with it. And if they would have found anything stolen or taken inappropriate, they wanted my $2 million house. They would have got it before the government went after it. And so, be careful, Daz. That's all I'm going to say. When Michelle was on paper as that was supposedly his wife while he was in prison. And she was on paperwork as and stuff, but she didn't deal with nobody. She did for about 2 months, her and Norris, prior to me coming on. They were dealing with people, but it got overwhelming. Suge was furious because Suge was locked down in Delano. But once he got out and was able to get visits in the prison, he was like, oh no, send Reggie, where Reggie at? He sent me a letter. Reggie, where you at, dog? They ain't saying you ain't around. What's going on? Come and see me. That's May, June. Go up there and see, Reg, me and you about to run this shit. We about to do this. Okay? Reg in charge from that time on. Norris, the brother-in-law, got fired. The sister was reassigned to home duty. Michelle was told to go work on home jury or whatever. All I need you to do is watch my money and stamp my checks that Reg bring to you. David Kenner, come see me every Tuesday. Reg, you need anything? You need any contracts or anything signed? You send them by David on Tuesdays. Me and you running this, Reg. What was some of the other stuff that he went into, John? Because it was so much.
That Dad spoke about was he tried to say that, when Reggie was running death row up there, he thought he was Suge Knight. He was even wearing red suits around there. I've never seen a photo of you with a red suit, and I've never seen you with a red suit.
Exactly, but that's Daz. Daz was a sure man. Oh, this is the perfect thing that he said. That Tupac told him personally that I got fired. That I fired right away. Okay, allegedly, which I got security all around. I wish I got fired, to be honest, but August the 27th, I got security around Tupac on several occasions. Even Mutau verifies that. But Daz said he told him. Daz. See, that's when people start talking and just start agreeing. You forget your lies? Daz, were you in New York? No. Daz, were you in Vegas? No. Daz, do you forget where you and Corrupt was? Y'all wasn't getting fucked with around the end of August and September. Corrupt was in Philly, which he lined over there on Vlad, but I said I ain't gonna talk about Corrupt no more. But I hate that he trying to throw out that. That's the reason why he became an alcoholic, because Tupac turned him on to Hennessy. No, Corrupt, no, Corrupt. He was on Hennessy way before that. You was drinking bottles of Hennessy at 9 in the morning, Corrupt. Stop it, y'all, with these lies. Because I'm going to expose them. Daz, you and Corrupt wasn't around after that show. That I think you were there. I don't even know if you was at the House of Blues, but you might have been. You probably was at the House of Blues. But after that, you were gone. You were sitting back to you went back to Louisiana or Mississippi. That's why you wasn't in the car. That's why you wasn't at the MTV Music Awards with us. Come on, Daz. But when he told you, so you didn't even know the time, but you just agreeing because that man leading you in the sand, so, and you just over there lying, Daz. Me and you bigger than that, Daz. We do have good history together. I told you, I apologize to you for putting out that you were sharing your wife. But other than that, stop lying on me, Daz. You body slammed me. You body slammed Suge. We went and got restraining orders against you. Nigga, you a clown. Nigga, you know the real get down, Daz. Don't you remember, Daz? Your police report when you saw us? Why you didn't body slam me then, nigga? When you went running to the police. Where's that police report? What did he say in that police report, John? Post it up so niggas can see it. So his homeboys can see it. They got guns. They got guns. We ran over straight to the police where we knew y'all was at. This is your statement, Daz. Stop trying to be funny, homie, on the expense of Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright name is too big for a little sherm head buster ass nigga like you to be speaking on negatively. I could take it from little punks in the comments because they don't know me. But niggas that know me, nigga, you know me, Daz. You know the real homie. Stop it.
Yep. And I think anybody that's followed Daz since 2000, 2001, they know that he just lies. They know he lies. He's been doing it for years.